All right, Shalom. First and foremost, and give all praises, honor, and glory to Yahweh, Bashem, Yahweh Shai, Bashem, Kwakadash, the honors to elder apostles, GMS, peace, salutations, blessing to Akim, labor in this truth, Shalom, hopeful elect. All right, a little quick lesson, a little one to be edifying, through spirit. So I titled this trending now destruction. Hey, and it's gonna keep and the way the world is going right now, it's gonna keep that pace. All right, until the ultimate destruction of America, Babylon the Great via the ICBM missiles. All right, thus said the Bible. Thus said Yahweh Shem Shai. All right, so I'm gonna start here with Sirach chapter 10 verse 3. It says, an unwise king destroyeth his people. All right, and Esau Edom being in the seat of power. The earth's getting to the hand of wicked. So, Esau Edom being in that power seat has destroyed the people, destroyed the earth, just completely destroying everything. All right, so again, Sirach 10 verse 3, an unwise king destroyed his people. It says, but through the prudence of them which are in authority, the city shall be inhabited. All right. Let's see, verse 4. The power of the earth is in the hand of the Lord, Yahweh Shem Shai, and in due time he will set over it one that is profitable. All right, we understand the prophecies, the times we're in right now and what's to come, Second Ezra chapter 6, verse 9, if I'm mistaken. Esau is the end of the world, and Jacob is the beginning of it, that come to follow, roughly paraphrasing. All right, see, man, I had a precept pop up and I lost it already. Back in Sirach chapter 10, verse 3, an unwise king destroyed his people. So long, maybe I'll come back, Lord willing. All right, so we'll continue on here. Sirach 10, verse 5. In the hand of the Most High is the prosperity of man, and upon the person of the scribe shall he lay his honor. Bear not hatred to thy neighbor for every wrong, and do nothing at all by injurious practices. Pride is hateful before the Most High and man, and by doing both, one commit iniquity. All right, and you got America Babylon the Great. All right, everything they do, say, proud this, pride this, proudly made in America, and man, this is one of the most prideful, so-called nations, ever. All right, and then the people here are given over to that spirit of slumber, where they believe a lie. They believe what these devils is telling them. They walk around pride. They're proud, and then you got the Moes and they pride movement. Man, that's why in Revelation, America is referred to spiritual Sodom in Egypt. All right, there's a lot of Sodom activities going on, and it's it's causing divisions. All right, it's causing seditions, man. But it's gonna keep in this route of destruction, leading all the way up into the ICBM missiles coming to the soil near you. If you're over here in America Babylon the Great. And the only way, only chance of survival is if if we, Lord willing, part of that number are, destined to be saved via Yahushua. All right, in the return. Salvation through our Lord and Savior Yahushua, through Yahweh Shem Yahushua, via the chariot. All right, so again, I'm going to continue on. Sirach chapter 10, verse 8. Because of unrighteous dealings, injuries, and riches got by deceit. All right, everything that, everything these powers that be, all right, these devils in high authority, everything they have gotten is by unrighteous dealings, by injuries, riches got by deceit. All right, as I say, John 10:10, the thief cometh not, but to steal, kill, and destroy. And how Shai said, he come, he said, I come that they might have life and have more abundantly, roughly paraphrasing. But it's like brothers always bringing out was it Jeremiah 13:23, is it? How can an Ethiopian change his spots? It's not Ethiopian. Let me get it real quick. Salaki. I always mess that up. Let's see. I put 12. Jeremiah chapter 13:23. Can the Ethiopian change his skin, or a leopard his spots? Then may ye also do good that are accustomed to do evil. All right, and hey, these, Esau, Edom, the wicked, then Yahweh set them up to be the wicked, to take peace from the earth, all right, to destroy. There's no righteousness in them. That's why you look around at the wicked decrees, the laws, all right, and just how the environment of the earth is played out by complete and utter, wickedness. All right, but again, Sirach 10 verse 8, because of unrighteous dealings, injuries, and riches got by deceit, the kingdom is translated from one people to another. All right, leading up into, there's been a lot of translations back and forth, but the time we're in now, the time of Esau, Edom, all right, the fall of this whole beast system, all right, and it's going to translate, to Yahushua in that eternal kingdom, to be. All right. Let's see, verse 9. Why is earth and ashes proud? Why is earth and ashes proud? All right, and again, the pride of thy heart has deceived thee. All right, the wicked Esau, Edom, and everybody who join hand in hand, hey, they deceived by the pride of their heart. All right, and continue on. It says, why is earth and ashes proud? There is not a more wicked thing than a covetous man. For such one setteth his own soul to sell, because while he liveth, he cast away his bowels. All right, verse 10 says, the physician cutteth off a long disease, and he that's today a king, tomorrow shall die. All right, so that's the point. There's hey, though Esau, Edom, though the wicked, beareth rule now. Hey, that day's steadily approaching. With that removal of That's that status. They're gonna be brought down. Let's see. It's Ezekiel chapter 35. Verse 2, Son of man, set thy face against Mount Seir and prophesy against it. All right. And it's, the word of the Lord coming to Ezekiel. Son of man, set thy face against Mount Seir and prophesy against it. All right. And, Mount Seir represents Edom. All right. Back then, the same today. It's still representing Edom. Verse 3, and say unto it, thus saith the Lord Yahweh power, behold, O Mount Seir, I am against thee. All right, and what it say in Malachi chapter 1, verse 4, and whom, call Edom the border of wickedness, and whom the Lord had indignation forever. All right, it says, I am against thee, and I will stretch out my hand against thee, and I will make thee most desolate. All right, so again, it's a future prophecy. Verse 4, I will lay thy cities waste, and thou shalt be desolate, and thou shalt know that I am the Lord, Yahweh. Verse 5, because thou hast had a perpetual hatred towards thy brother, all right, towards the tribes. So because thou hast had a perpetual hatred and hast shed the blood of the children of Israel by the force of the sword, all right, again, Esau's blessing is the sword, okay? In the time of their calamity, in the time their iniquity had an end, therefore as I live, said the Lord, how power, I'll prepare thee unto blood, and blood shall pursue thee. Since thou hast not hated blood, even blood shall pursue thee. All right. So, we understand that. Hey, we getting into these end time prophecies. All right, and what it's saying, the last days, peerless times shall come. All right, evil times means bad times. All right, unless it's gonna be bad for everybody, but unless you got the wall, that mark of exemption from judgment, then man, you're gonna go through it. All right, but those whom have the faith, the Lord willing, is a part of that hopeful number, then hey, you're gonna have that hedge of protection. You'll be all right, But everybody else, those who are without this wisdom, knowledge, and understanding, they ain't gonna be stable in these times to come. Referring to Isaiah 33, verse 6. All right, because it's gonna get bad. It's gonna get, and like it says in Jeremiah chapter 30. We get it. Jeremiah chapter 30, verse 6. Ask ye now and see whether a man doeth travail with child. It says, wherefore do I see every man with his hands on his loins, as a woman in travail, and all the faces are turned into paleness. All right. So Jeremiah, he's seeing every man, just, hey, what it say, it's better to die by sword than by, famine, by hunger. All right. In these times to come, there's gonna be famines, of bread, famines of water, everything. This is verse 7, Jeremiah 30, verse 7. Alas, for that day is great, so that none is like it. It is even the time of Jacob's trouble, but he shall be saved out of it. All right. So again, the elect are going to be saved out of these times of trouble. What it say? You go through 6 troubles, and then 7, no evil shall touch thee. You get that in Job. Job chapter 5, verse 19. So he should deliver thee in 6 troubles. Yeah, in 7 should no evil touch thee. Says here breakdown that says the 7 trumpets spoken in the book of Revelation, with the 7th trumpet being destruction. All right, via the nuclear missiles. It says the salvation has to occur before the 7th trumpet. All right. Here's the ducks. Spiritual, because man, times before I was coming to this truth and all, I was going through it, and once I kind of got back, Yahweh Shem Yahshai got me, back in the right direction. And I always seen ducks flying over my head. It's weird, man. All right, verse 20, Job 5:20. In famine, he shall redeem thee from death, and in war from the power of the sword. All right, so again, we coming in these times of the famine. All right, there's gonna be mass death. There's gonna be just unrest. There's gonna be divisions. Like you're saying, what Second Ezra is that chapter 15 or 16? Because of lack of the bread. Hey man, people gonna bug out, especially those whom ain't got this wisdom, knowledge, and understanding, ain't got the spirit, spirit Yahweh Shem Yahshai dealing with them, who lack knowledge of righteousness. All right, they ain't gonna they ain't gonna know what to do. They just gonna do what the flesh tells them to do. They hungry, they gonna go eat. They ain't got no food, they gonna go get some food. And that's it's all part of these the wicked elites agenda. Order out of chaos. Order out of chaos. Man, all the signs are there, but hey, everybody in that dumbed down state, they are ruled by their oppressor. All right. Job 5:20. In famine he shall redeem thee from death, and war from the power of the sword. All right, and we have spiritual war right now. Okay. And it's constant spiritual war between like I say in Ephesians chapter 6. The powers that be. Verse 21. Thou shalt be hid from the scourge of the tongue, neither should thou be afraid of destruction when it cometh. All right. Verse 22. At destruction and famine, thou shalt laugh. Hey. And you got to, you know what I mean? We got to. All right. If your faith, if your faith, that's going to put your faith on a check test, when things start getting bad, hey, it get exciting, It's, I don't know what what it is, but if you know these scriptures, you got the Spirit dealing with you, on some aspect where you have some kind of understanding. Man, what are you gonna do? You gonna you know what I mean? At destruction and famine, thou shalt laugh. All right. It says, neither should thou be afraid of the beasts of the earth. You gotta understand, Yahweh Shem Yahshai control all things. What's that? Man's goings of the Lord. All right. The king's mind is in the hand of the Lord. All right. Everything, every creation on this planet Earth is Yahweh Shem Yahshai. And he do with whatever he please. You know what I mean? So us brothers having this wisdom, knowledge, understanding, hey, we call into this truth. There's a good chance, Lord willing, we be a part of a hopeful number. And we're gonna remain faithful and hasten coming Yahweh Shai. Hasten coming Yahweh Shem Yahshai. The second Ezra chapter 6, verse 18. So, Lockie, I'll start at I'll start at verse 18. And it said, Behold, the days come that I will begin to draw nigh and visit them that dwell upon the earth. All right, how's Yahweh Shemashah visiting those that dwell upon the earth? Through these prophecies, all right, through these plagues that's going out on the earth, Verse 19, and will begin to make inquisition of them, what they be that have hurt unjustly with their unrighteousness, and when affliction of Zion shall be fulfilled. As I say, when the calamity had an end, all right, these devils, they just keep on, man. It says, when the affliction of Zion shall be fulfilled, and when the world that shall begin to vanish away shall be finished. All right, that world, talking about this age under the rulership of Esau, Edom. All right, Esau at the end of the world, Jacob's beginning to come. Says, and when the world shall begin to vanish away, shall be finished, then will I show these tokens. All right, these tokens are being shown. How? Starting with the elder apostles, on down like minded brothers, through the Spirit is being revealed. All right, and it says the book shall be open before the firmament, which is, how this word is going out, through the internet, through the satellites, through the YouTube. All right, it's going up to the satellite and beaming everywhere. All right, it's live stream from here to everywhere. Whoever wants to watch, you know what I mean? It says the books shall be open before the firmament. And this is talking about also, this truth. What say the gospel of the kingdom should be preached, and then should the end come. All right, that's how these other religions, plantation Christianity and whatever else, they ain't got it, because that shit's been around forever. You know what I mean? But oh man, it's a beautiful thing, man. At the end of the day, Lord willing, a sincere Akim, enduring to the end. Let's see what brother got real quick. I seen this pop up. And his likeness Yahshua, Jeremiah chapter 25 verse 31. Noise shall come even to the ends of the earth, for Lord Yahweh had controversy with the nations. So he will plead with all flesh. He will give them that are wicked to the sword, said the Lord. Come on. All right, so again, 2/3. Hey, if you hadn't found that category, 2/3, man, I say, bro, Lord willing, that we ain't in them 2/3. Let me see how brothers got. Yeah, brother Prince Yahweh. Ezekiel chapter 7, verse 5 and 6. Thus said the Lord, Yahweh power, an evil and only evil, behold, is come. All right, bad times and only bad times. Says, and the end is come, the end is come. It was for thee, behold, it is come. It's like saying, what Habakkuk chapter 2, don't it tarry, wait for it. You know what I mean? This vision for appointed time. Hey, we seeing those signs of those visions, of the prophets of old. All right, it's like Elder Apostle Tahar going into, like John, John the Revelator, when he had them visions, even John didn't understand, because it wasn't meant for him to get it back then. It's meant for us now, in the time that it's about to take place. Even Ezra's, Ezra's was like, when he has had his vision, he's saying, woe is me, who would deliver me in these days, thinking it's going to come in his time back then, That's why it's just, man, the mysteries, the dark sayings and the mysteries of the Bible, man, it is very deep. Yeah, brother, in his likeness, Yashala. Revelation 12, verse 12, therefore rejoice ye heavens, ye that dwell in them. All right, and all this, sincere Akim, Akwadim, who have received this wisdom, knowledge, and understanding to whatever, capability the Lord, put in us to receive it. Hey, we hear, we hearken into the word, we bound this wicked flesh on daily, but hey, at the end of the day, we seeking, the kingdom to come. We're seeking, our Lord and Savior, our Lord Yahweh, our Savior Yahushua. All right, in truth and sincerity. All right, so we are rejoicing at the downfall of this current rule, the wicked's rule. All right, and looking forward to what is to come. I say 2 Ezra 7 verse 16. We're not focused on this present. We are going through the motions until these devils shut it down. Like it's going to continue on in brother's precept. Revelation 12 verse 12 says, therefore rejoice ye heavens, ye that dwell in them. Woe to the inhabitants of the earth and of the sea. For the devils come down to you having great wrath, because he have but a short time. So, hey, these devils, they see what's happening. They see this words going out. They see brothers waking up. Hey, and like I say, they when they see this this happening, and great fear fell upon them. All right, and us brothers, whomever receiving this truth, brothers, sisters, whomever receiving this truth. Hey, we just going through these earthly carnal motions, up until the point where, you can't go bow down to the beast and continue. You just have to endure until the end. Wait upon Yahweh Bashim Shah. Wait on the return of Yahweh Shah. Yeah, that's right, brother. In his life, such all Proverbs 28 verse 11, the rich man is wise in his own conceit, but the poor that has understanding searches them out. And I know, it's in my own upbringing, and I've been in that poor state, all my life, and never had really had much help from anywhere. But hey, all praises to Yahweh Shem Shah, because at the end of the day, this wisdom and knowledge, Yahweh Shem Shah is the ultimate riches, wisdom, man. But yeah, and then these times to come, it's like say, what does it say? The rich man hardly. Let me see. This is Matthew chapter 19, verse 23. Then say Yahushua to his disciples, verily I say unto you, that a rich man shall hardly enter into the kingdom of heaven. So then again I say unto you, it is easier for a camel to go through the eye of a needle And the eye of the needle talking about them little small caves, that a man would have to crawl through. All right, it's saying it's easier for a camel to go through the eye of a needle than for a rich man to enter into the kingdom of the Most High. All right, so us brothers, it's hey, there's a reason. Yahweh Shai has a reason for everything. Whatever brother is lacking on this carnal side, it's probably for our own goods. Because if we have money, if we had things of this world, then we'd be lacking, the things of the spirit. All right. Yeah, it's a brother, same brother in his light in Shasha. Ecclesiastes chapter 9, verse 16. Then said I, wisdom is better than strength. Nevertheless, the poor man's wisdom is despised, and his words are not heard. Hey, ain't that the truth, man? Hey, man. What say the other precept link up with that and say when a rich man speak, hey, everybody gather around, But also First Corinthians chapter 1. Let's get that. How the things of this world brought to naught, confounded. Let's see. First Corinthians chapter 1, verse 18. For the preaching of the cross to them that perish is to them that perish foolishness. So again, us brothers being in that poor state, it said the poor man's wisdom is despised, all right, and his words are not heard. But we know, when it said he that despises I can't think of how to go. He that despises them despise me, and who he that despises me despises him that sent me, or something along them lines. How Shah's speaking, So like, let me try to get that too. Yes, Luke chapter 10, verse 16. And where's Yahshai say, he that heareth you heareth me, and he that despiseth you despiseth me, and he that despises me despises him that sent me. Okay, so at the end of the day, hey, they looking down upon us, poor. We're looking down upon the poor man's wisdom, but in all actuality, and all the realization of the situation is they despising, like I say, he that heareth you hear me. They despise the words of Yahweh B'Shem Yahshai. If they despise you, they despise me. It's what say offend one of these little ones, if it would be better for a great a millstone be hung around his neck, or how that go. All right. And then you got these other camps that are saying, had the what was that word, audacity, the nerve to deny the miracles of Yahweh Shai. All right, you know what I mean? Like, man, Hebrews 10 verse 31, man, is a fearful thing. Hey, when these people's fear come upon them, hey, man. All right, back to 1 Corinthians 1:18. For the preaching of the cross is to them that perish foolishness, but unto us which are saved is the power of the Most High. Verse 19, for it is written, I will destroy the wisdom of the wise. All right, these so-called wise men of the world with all their worldly riches and whatever else they think they wise in. It says, and will bring to nothing the understanding of the prudent. And that word prudence going to intelligent, having understanding, wise, learned. All right. Verse 20, where is the wise? Where is the scribe? Where is the disputer of this world? Have not the Most High made foolish the wisdom of this world? It says, for after that, in the wisdom of the Most High, the world by wisdom knew not the Most High. And it says, it pleased the Most High by the foolishness of preaching to save them that do that believe. All right, so brothers, doing this work that's pleasing to Yahweh Shem Yahshai at the end of the day. All right. It's like whether they hear or forbear, and not everybody's gonna have that same ability, whatever it may be, but hey, we ain't here to please, we ain't man pleasers, we Ecclesiastes 12:13, the conclusion of the whole matter, and fear the Most High and keep His commandments. All right, and we to please, please Yahweh Shem Yahshai. All right. All right, this verse 22 says, for the Jews require a sign, and the Greeks seek after wisdom, but we preach Hamashiach crucified, unto the Jews a stumbling block, and unto the Greeks foolishness. All right, and this word, is a stumbling block, to a lot of those, people who, claim to have the zeal of the Most High, but not according to knowledge, and then it's foolishness to the unbelievers. All right. But unto them which are called, both Jews and Greeks, referring to those of the circumcision, those whom were Israelite foreigners, right? Says Hamashiach, Yahweh Hamashiach, the power of the Most High, and the wisdom of the Most High. All right, this is wisdom of Yahweh Shem Yahshai. All right, this is spirit and power. All right, it says because the foolishness of the Most High is wiser than men, and the weakness of the Most High is stronger than men. And that's that's fire. All right, the foolishness of the Most High is wiser than men, and the weakness of the Most High is stronger than men. It says, verse 26, for ye see your calling, brethren, how that not many wise men after the flesh, not many mighty, not many noble are called, but the Most High had chosen the foolish things of the world to confound the wise. It's like, brothers, you got, elder apostles, you got the elder brothers, hey, man, I listen to, a lot of brothers. I'm subscribed to a lot of different brothers, and, usually whatever, popping up in the notification, especially brothers live stream and stuff. And man, through the spirit and power, how much me I shy, man, just this wisdom, the beautiful wisdom, flowing like living waters. All right, man. As I say, Jeremiah 3:15, I'll give I'll give you pastures according to my heart to feed you. Jeremiah 3:15, I will give you pastures according to my heart, which shall feed you with knowledge and understanding. All right. Let's see where was I. Verse 27, but the Most High had chosen the foolish things of the world to confound the wise. The Most High had chosen the weak things of the world to confound things which are mighty, and the base things of the world and things which are despised. All right, you know, which these devils that set in that seat of authority, set in that power, they look down upon the tribes. All right, start with the so-called Negroes, Latinos, and the Native Americans. All right, they despise the base, the base things, which in all reality, the bases of men, Esau, Edom, is set in rule, but he's the basis of men, as I say. I don't know where that's at. Let me see if I can get it. Daniel chapter 4, verse 17, it says, this matter is by decrees of the watchers and the demand of the word of the holy ones, to the intent that the living may know that the Most High ruleth in the kingdom of men, and giveth it to whomsoever he will, and setteth up it over the basis of men. All right, what's it say? Romans 13. Romans 13, says, let every soul be subject unto the higher powers, for there is no power but of the Most High. The powers that are ordained are the Most High. Just like Yahushua said to Pilate, he said, you have no power unless it be given to you, John chapter 19, verse 10, then said Pilate unto him, unto Yahushua, speakest thou not unto me? Knowest thou not that I have power to crucify thee and have power to release thee? Verse 11, Yahushua answered, thou couldst have no power all against me, except it were given thee from above. All right, and he said, therefore he that delivered me unto thee had the greater sin. All right, but again, the powers that be is ordained of the Most High. All right, and you got a lot of these, people, the blind leaders of the blind out here, they always, just rebelling against the powers that be. Okay, which the time we in now, we gonna be as pilgrims, when it come down to it, because let's say you ought to obey the Most High rather than men. Acts chapter 5, verse 29, it says, then Peter and the other apostles answered and said, we ought to obey the Most High rather than men. All right. So I'm gonna get these last few precepts in 1 Corinthians. So 1 Corinthians chapter 1, verse 29, that no flesh should glory in his presence, but of him of him are ye in Yahushua Mashiach, who of the Most High is made unto us wisdom and righteousness and sanctification and redemption, that according as it is written, he that glorieth, let him glory in the Lord. That's why, brothers, give all praise, honor, and glory into Yahweh Bashem Yahshai. All right, everything, to our our physical abilities, to our mental capacities, to spirit, whatever it is, everything, everything is of Yahweh Bashem Yahshai at the end of the day. And I know brothers, it's like myself, every times where, spirit, ain't real heavy on me. I'll be like, man, I mean, get to, not feeling good, especially coming to this truth and, had that spirit on you, on fire sometimes, and then it's not on you, and then, man, just, but at the end of the day, everything's given you from Yahweh Shai. All right, whatever abilities, whatever position you have, whatever, everything. All right. And we all in, we all fulfilling our lots, whatever they may be, Yeah, that's fire. Brother, in his likeness shall Allah, Isaiah 46:10, declaring the end from the beginning and from the ancient times of things that are not yet done, saying my counsel shall stand, I'll do all my pleasure. Come on. Yeah, and hey, declaring the end from the beginning, all right? Hey, this is a script. We all fulfill a role in the script, all right? And the author, Yahweh Bashem Yahshai, all right? And we about to, Lord willing, we be a part of the hopeful number. We about to see the downfall of our enemy. Let's say Sirach 25, verse 7. I'll get that real quick and then I'll probably wrap it up. Sirach 25, verse 7. Says, there'll be 9 things which I judge. So I can't share the screen. There'll be 9 things which I judge in my heart to be happy, and the 10th I'll utter with my tongue. A man that had joy of his children, and he that liveth to see the fall of his enemy. All right. And, man, that's what it is. All right, so Yahweh Shemi Ashai, that counsel going to stand. All right. And he going to do all his pleasure, So, hey, brothers, stay strong. Stay locked in. Lord willing. Lord down say, ate the water all the Akim for the precepts. Tuning in the water. Kwam Yashala about ball, GTA soon. All right, all praises. Give all praise, honor, and glory to Yahweh, Bashem, Yahweh Shai, Bashem Kwakadash. Shalom.